Hey, welcome back to the channel. It's awesome that you're tuning in. So in this video we are going to take a close look at this very unique Capcom controller, also called like the Capcom Pad Soldier. And I must say, like, people will hate it, people will love it, but oh boy, as a big fan of fighting games, I just really need to get this one. I was searching for the 3DO version and I realized, hey, they also made one for the Super NES. And guess what? I even made like a combination deal from a really nice, like say, Japan seller. I've bought this like a combination deal, the special Capcom pad with, of course, one of my favorite games, and that is Street Fighter 02, the Super Famicom edition. But what is kind of cool that he even like wrote me like a personal message. You know, like, people from Japan are so nice, also the resellers. It's so cool, man. You know, like stuff like that, I really appreciate it. But when you're looking at controllers like these, they are not cheap at all. And I must say, like, the combination deal he gave me was absolutely great. Where I am a big fan of the original Super NES controller, also for fighting games, the D-pad itself works very great in combination with the shoulder buttons. So playing the Street Fighter game back in the day was no problem whatsoever. But of course, it can always be better, so that's the reason I just picked it up. And just a very strange, unique form factor that really appealed to me. So this thing has a very interesting way you need to hold it. So as you can see at the back over here, we have this special pattern, and this pattern you can just feel it, like when you're basically placing your fingers in here and using the D-pad is a super comfortable way to play. Just also give you like a little bit of the arcade feeling, because when the angle of the control buttons are completely strange compared with, of course, where everything on original controllers is basically on one, let's say, position. It's quite interesting the way how they designed this. Over here we have like the rubberized select and start, the D-pad. The D-pad does have like a very nice click to it. The curve does have like a very tiny curve, not like a huge one what we do see with like say homebrew controllers nowadays. Also implements Super Famicom, and everything have been positioned in the right configuration, especially for Street Fighter, depending on, of course, how you want to map your buttons. Comes with a very long cable. Yeah, it's just a very nice piece and very cool. Yeah, just piece of history. But I think they also only released this back in the day in Japan. The artwork on this thing is absolutely amazing. And I think, like, if you're going to put this on your wall just for decoration, you can do that without any problem, because this is absolutely great to look at. At the back we do have like some basic explanation about the controller. I'm just going to be honest, I need to like using Google Translate to basically like translate this. I have no idea what it says. But the front looks pretty damn cool. You can just fold it open if you want to, and in the inside, here we even going to find ourselves more like a warranty thing. That's very cool that they even like left this in the, yeah, they just left it in the complete packaging. I'm just going to leave it in here because otherwise I'm going to lose it. I realized that I have a Super Famicom laying around in my storage space, but I'm just going to get myself the Hyperkin Superboy Hyper Reach. I did a full video about this. It's a very cool, let's say, universal product. We can also plug it into the television, into HDMI, so that's a little bit of a bummer. But it doesn't matter, let's plug it in and let's have some fun today. Okay, so the first game I just wanted to try out is, of course, Street Fighter 2. I realized also that I don't have the super version, but it doesn't matter. This game is even like just as great. We do miss out a couple of characters, but that doesn't spoil the fun. Of course, we're going to play with Ryu for once. Otherwise, I would choose Ken or Akuma. Okay, but holding this is going to be a very interesting experience. Another thing I've noticed, like the D-pad is like super responsive. I really like it. I can just spam the freaking supers out without any problem whatsoever. So beside like the configuration, the way how you're just basically holding this, I really love it. Like for fighting games, especially Street Fighter, it's just amazing. So what we're going to get with this, we're having everything in reach. So we're having like low, medium and heavy punch. So you can just switch out very easily between them. But another thing, let's take a close look at some other games. Let's try another game that I especially bought in the combo deal. Then next up we're going to take a close look at the Zero game, the Super Famicom, and I really love this Street Fighter 02. I basically like played this to death when it comes to the PlayStation back in the day. Of course this one isn't like close to the arcade, but it doesn't matter, it doesn't spoil the fun, because with the Capcom Pad Soldier Pad, or Pad Soldier, whatever, it's absolutely great. Same experience, of course, like with the previous game. Oh, I needed to wait. Yep, there we go. Oh crap. Without any problem, the super can come out like that. Oh crap. Oh, I got one back in the return. There we go. Oh yeah. Alright, so another weird experience that we're going to have is playing Super Mario Kart with the Capcom Pet Soldier. It's not like a super convenient thing, but yeah, it's possible. It makes some sense, to be honest, if you're going to do this. Where's the button? Oh, there we go. Oh yeah. But of course you can just actually play every single fighting game. The most important thing is that you like this setup. But, oh man, I messed it up with the button configuration. So that's something you should check out before you go to start actually a game. Especially if you're not going to play a Street Fighter game. Oh. The conclusion is that this is an absolutely great controller if you want to play some Street Fighter on your old school Super Famicom. I wanted to do a complete teardown, but just going to be honest, I didn't do it because I was really afraid I was going to break the freaking thing. Because the enclosure have been, I say, put together very well. So then of course we're having here the retro bit controller, the Legacy 16, did a separate video about it. There are so many different ways, new brands making very nice controllers. For me, this is absolutely one of those crazy things I needed to have in my collection. For me, the D-pad was absolutely worth it. And if you're going to play it with a Street Fighter 2 Turbo or let's say Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. So when it comes to Fatal Fury, I'm just going to be honest, this was not like the best experience. But especially when you combine it with this particular game, it's freaking epic. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments what you think of a controller like this. Would you consider picking it up? And it would be great to see you in the next video.